What's the word? It's your boy, the kid, Prince Hakeem, JussEricMatthew, and I'm here live with...
It's your boy, iLLWill, Worldwide Will.
Yeah, talk about it.
Will D.
We're both your boys, if you didn't know. That's us, your boys. And welcome to another edition of No Facts, No Problem, okay? Audience of one, ain't no name yet. The name matters. Keep talking shit. You gonna keep talking shit, Will?
I'm gonna keep talking shit.
Are you ready to talk shit, Will?
Yes, sir.
Dog, but when do you think we should start talking our shit, though? Like,
it's gonna have to start now.
all right, man, live. Okay, so first of all, wake up, the first of the month.
Yes,
Today's
sir.
March 1st, you feel me?
Liam.
So happy March to you. How you feeling, Will?
I'm feeling real good today.
Okay.
How about you, E? How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. You know, we just closed out Black History Month.
Yes, sir.
Dominican Independence Day was yesterday.
Yep.
2
days ago.
Oh, it's 2 days ago?
27th, no?
Dog. Yes, you're right, actually. 27th.
27th.
See, that's how you know. My honorary card, my bad, y'all. I'm going to clean it up. Okay, so do you celebrate Dominican Independence Day? You observe it, rather?
I observe it. I don't celebrate it or anything like that. Yeah, for
How
the
do you
most
feel
part.
about it, though? Because, I mean, at this point, you're American.
I'm
You're very much American.
Yeah, I was born over there, but I'm pretty much American. Damn, that's gonna rub people the wrong way.
No, okay,
But,
so what do you mean by that?
So if you were born over there and raised over there, and you spend most of your adolescence wherever you're at,
Right.
that's what defines you, in
Right.
my opinion. So I did high school here, I did elementary school here, junior high school here. So I was basically raised here. So
College here, yeah.
you know, went to college here, everything. Yeah,
Exactly.
basically my whole life was here.
Yeah, no, so it's not like some kind of rejection of
Yeah.
Dominican. That's just your reality is that you grew up here.
Yep.
That makes sense. And like, are you passionate about it? Like, do you feel a way? Do you are you posting a bunch of flags? Like I saw that a bunch.
Yeah,
on
I'm
social
definitely
media?
not posting a bunch of flags, but but yeah, I fuck with it. I mean, obviously as much as I can. That's my country.
Okay.
But yeah, but that's a funny one because we're like the only country, like I was saying before, like we're the only country that celebrates. So we have 2 Independence Day technically because we used to be under Spain and
Right.
shit, and then
Damn colonist.
and that's the funny thing because we're like, from my understanding,
Yeah.
and obviously I don't know every country out there, but we're the only country that celebrates an Independence Day that's not from a colonist country.
Oh.
And what I mean, like the Spaniards conquered goddamn near everybody.
Wait, so the Dominican Independence Day is not from the secession from Spain?
No.
When the hell is it from?
From Haiti.
Oh,
Haiti done conquered us too.
Damn.
And shout out to Haiti because they were the first black country to fight, to gain
fight
independence.
back against,
Yeah.
against the-
But yeah, we got it from Haiti.
Okay. So it's independence from Haiti. And
Yeah, in 1844 or some shit. I don't know.
Okay, I didn't know that. So Hispaniola,
Mm-hmm.
y'all been giving it up different on that island.
Yes, sir.
Yo, is Hispaniola the only island that has 2 different countries on the island?
Probably, yeah. For
Like,
now,
off the top of my head.
off the top of my head, they are the only ones.
And why do you say for now?
For now, because with the whole global warming situation, I know Donald Trump don't believe in it, but global warming, it's sea levels are rising. So like all those places, like you could see it in like Venice, which is in Italy. Like they're flooded
all the time. Where?
Yeah, they're flooded all the time, and then even Lower Manhattan gets flooded if something major happens. And so there's a country, it's called the Maldives. I don't know how to pronounce it, or I don't know the proper pronunciation. So they're actually negotiating. They're actually negotiating with a bunch of other countries, like Australia and India, trying to get land so that if and when their islands are gone and
water,
they can move and they can migrate over there. So So they were in serious talks like 2 years ago or something with Australia to get like, because Australia is fucking huge. Like bigger than the
lot
U.S.
Of it's like inhabited, right?
Yeah,
inhibited.
Most of it is
not.
Yeah,
I know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, man, we
uninhibited.
know uninhibited. Most of it is uninhibited and stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, they have like, and they're they're like they're bigger than the United States. The land that they have,
right.
The land mass is bigger than the United States, and they have less people than live in California. So,
wow.
To put like a understanding behind
Exactly.
how much open space they fucking got over there. You know what I mean?
Word.
So Maldives, that's gonna be our Atlantis. You know, Atlantis. That's the
go underground. Word.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's the
dog.
shit that everybody says was there once upon a time, and nobody knows where it's at now.
Wow.
So like the next generation, they're not gonna know about the Maldives.
Do you know any just random? Is there any flooding issues with Hispaniola or specifically DR?
Is there
You know?
not
Like
that I
if
know
it might
of?
be
No,
under-
no.
okay. Because I don't know. If
I don't think they're
either,
at sea
but-
level. I don't think. I mean, I think there are parts that are at sea level, but not most of the country.
Right.
From what I know,
Damn,
like
that
I think
shit.
Samaná is at sea level, which is the northern part.
Okay.
Could be wrong though. We ain't got no facts.
I'm from Bani. You feel me? I'm straight from Bani. I'm from Mocha. I'm from all that. Right?
My man's from Jarabacoa.
I don't know what the hell that is.
That's another place. Jarabacoa.
Jarabacoa.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so it was also like I said, it was Black History Month last month of February. Do you celebrate Black History Month?
Black History Month. Yeah, man. A part of me is black.
Amen to that. Shout out to that. I hear that. But yo, I gotta keep it real. I don't necessarily celebrate Black History Month.
Oh, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Basically, I feel like Black history. Not I feel like this is a fact. Black history is U.S. history. Like, it is U.S. history. It's not like some separate thing from U.S. history. And the only reason that there is a Black History Month is because some intelligent people deemed that Black history wasn't being taught enough in the schools, right? Or in our society, whatever.
Yeah.
So, they decided to pick a month to teach Black History Month. I feel like that's not the fix. The fix, to me, is to ingratiate Black history teaching throughout the year.
Yeah.
So it's not like some weird thing that happens, once a year in some random month.
Yeah.
The shortest month of the year at that.
And fucking cold month.
You feel me? Cold ass month.
Yeah.
You feel me? The month with the All-Star game, the Super Bowl, the most distracted month with the Oscars.
Basically everything.
That's what I'm saying. So, all those other things, it's kind of tongue in cheek. I'm kind of joking, but I definitely feel like that's not the fix. Isn't to give Black History Month 1 month, because I think what ends up happening is they focus on Black History Month that month and no other time during the school year. And that's an issue, man, because I'll say it until the cows come home. Black people built this country, and at the very least, there should be some acknowledgement. So I'm conflicted with Black History Month because it's like, I don't know if it was the same for you. For me in school, Black History Month, it'd be like they would I don't know, they bring up like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, like they'll bring up like the standard 10, and you'll write your little report and that'll be it.
On to the next one.
Exactly.
Next topic.
The next topic. Or they'll tell you about some slaves and when the Emancipation Proclamation happened.
Yep.
How Abraham Lincoln was this great guy. And by the way, if you read his notes,
he wasn't
trying to help no slaves. He was really just trying to save his country. But that's a whole nother. But yeah, man. So I've always felt conflicted about it. I'm like, why is this, individual from the rest of the country's history? I don't feel like it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever heard this quote from Malcolm X. He was like, someone will, in terms of progress, they were asking about what does it mean, progress. He says, if someone sticks a knife in your back 10 inches and removes it 6, that's not progress. Or even if they remove it all the way, that's not progress. Progress is healing the blow that the knife made, And I think it's the same thing in this context. Okay, so you weren't teaching Black history before. That's an issue. But the way to fix that is not to give it a month. It's to ingratiate it in the everyday teachings of the school, or in the everyday lesson plan, or, in the every year lesson plan, or whatever. Okay, and yeah. So
you think we'll ever get to that?
I don't know, man. If someone listens to this podcast, maybe.
I'm gonna tell you, as the great prophet and a street poet once said,
Talk to me.
Tupac Shakur said,
man.
why aren't we teaching whole classes on apartheid or things like this in our school? Even though, I mean, that happened like in South Africa. Like that's the one that most people learn about in school. And I remember it being like maybe a day or two.
Right.
That's
wasn't
all.
Even like some
it's
deep
not,
lesson. It was like,
nothing.
yo,
it's not the French and India war that had nothing to do with Indians or the French. And we spent 2 months on it or some shit like that. You know?
That's a fact, bro.
But yeah, like, if they didn't listen to him, man, I don't know, man. That dude was influential.
Dog, and I'm trying to think, like, I feel like growing up or going to school, I didn't get much black teaching or teaching about black things or about black culture or about, you know, not that there's like a standard thing, but I feel like school could have been better with that, you know?
Let me ask you, since we're on this topic, do you regret not going to a black college?
HBCU?
HBCU,
yeah. Absolutely, man. Like, I mean, in hindsight, at the time, I wanted to go, but it was like,
hindsight.
damn, going away, blah, blah, blah. I was a little funny about that.
Yeah.
But I felt like if I would have gone to an HBCU, I would have got a different understanding of who I am. I would have gotten a different understanding of the way that the world relates to me. Like, I grew up in a mostly, I mean, you know this, I grew up in a mostly Latino environment. You know, I went to 52, I went to Randolph, etc. And
Washington Heights,
Inwood, Dykeman. That's where it's at. But I say that to say, growing up in that environment, there was a lot of racism that at that time I didn't know how to process. I didn't know how to internalize. I didn't know how to break down. And I ultimately feel like if I would have gone to HBCU, I could have undone some of the self-hatred that I was being taught by being in that environment. You know, I could have undone it a lot quicker. Eventually, I undid it on my own, you know, as you try to find yourself. But yeah, man, growing up in that environment, it was super interesting.
Yeah.
To say the least. Story time.
Story time.
Speak
about it. The land of
land of twos and threes. No, I used to date this young lady.
Talk about it.
You know this young lady, but she'll remain nameless for this.
Yeah, no names.
Yeah. I used to date this young lady, and she's a Latina. She's Dominican.
I already know who it is.
Exactly. And she's Dominican, but she's American. You know, of Dominican heritage. And I'll never forget. This was back in the wild days of Twitter. She got into an argument with someone on Twitter, right? Someone got on there and said she looked like Cuba Gooding Jr. She doesn't look like Cuba Gooding Jr., but this person decided to flame her in this way. And Shorty's response, the girl that I was talking to's response to this on Twitter was, I'm not going to waste my time arguing with someone uglier than me and darker than me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You know,
that's what people are brainwashed in our society.
That's what I'm saying.
And not to cut you off, but especially like Dominicans, they think that they have no black in them. A lot of them do.
Yeah.
They think they don't have any black in them, or that if they're of lighter skin that they talk
better.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely a self-hatred that's taught, and that I've realized that's taught in the Dominican community, or like a colorism. But it's the same thing. Like, you'll see it in the black community. You'll see it in like different areas where there are multiple shades. You'll see it. But in this particular situation, like I said, I grew up in the Dominican environment, in the Dominican community, Latino environment. So Shorty's response, you know, I'm not going to waste time arguing with someone who's uglier than me and darker than me. So I see this on Twitter, and I had like a real moment of, like, what is going, you know, so how do you view me? Like, what's going on? Because the other girl was my complexion, you know. And so, of course, I brought it up to her, and I explained to her why what she was saying was problematic, you know. And, of course, she argued with me. It was like, nah, you know, I wasn't trying to say it like that. Or she initially didn't understand where I was coming from.
Yeah.
And but eventually she deleted it on her own. And
as she should.
But I can say that moment was kind of when I knew that this wasn't gonna work out, you know. And yeah, I say that to say definitely to answer your original question.
Yes, sir. Bring it back now.
Yeah,
Full circle.
I definitely wish I would have gone to HBCU because, yeah, man, I just think it would have helped me a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. It would have helped me a lot sooner. I'm sure there would have been it would have had its own issues, but I don't know. In any case, off that. Talk to me, man.
So let's talk about some whispers going on.
Oh, the master of whispers.
Master of whispers going on in town. So we got this rapper known as YMW Melly.
Okay.
And he's being charged with 2 cases of first-degree murder for killing one Antonio Williams.
Well, damn.
And one Christopher Thomas Jr. You know what I mean?
Damn. Wait, those 2 are gone out the game.
They're out the game. Yeah, they're done for.
Damn, rest in peace.
Yep. Melly is being accused of murdering them too. And Melly is obviously a rapper, as I said earlier. But he's been accused by the cops who... And their evidence to back this up is saying that they found a bullet casing in the... So, wait, before I say that, let me say the story. So, Melly took his friends, the 2 guys that he's being accused of murdering were his friends.
Okay.
And he took them, he drove them to the hospital and they were dead. They said it was due to a drive-by shooting. That's what Melly says. And so the cops, when they did their whole investigation and everything, they found bullet shells inside the car. And that led them to believe that the shooting started inside the car,
right, and
that Melly was the one that killed them. And then they also say that Melly drove around for a while to stage a fake drive-by shooting and make it look like he killed. I made it look like someone else killed his. Yeah, like it was a drive-by.
Damn it, man!
And they were shooting shots and whatever. And while all this was happening, a cop
they were randomly shooting?
They were randomly shooting shots to make it look like a drive-by.
What the fuck? So
they shot 8 holes in the passenger side and like of the passenger side of their car to make it look like a drive-by, yeah. And then then after that they went to the hospital, that's where they were pronounced dead, the 2 guys. And in the midst of him shooting all those shots, or them, because it was 2 of them, another member of the YMW clique, who the 2 murdered guys are a part of.
Okay.
A deputy was shot and killed. So now they're blaming that murder case on him as well. So they're trying to get more evidence.
Tying the deputy being shot and killed
to... So the stray bullets, when they were staging
right,
one of those bullets matched the gun, I guess, that was shot off.
Okay.
Yeah. Same shells and same shit that was that they found in the car and in the crime scene.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
And then the deputy's dead as well, you said?
The deputy's dead, yeah.
Rest in peace to him. Shit.
Rest in peace to that boy.
So
now he's so right now they've only charged him on 2 first-degree murders, and then the cop one is they don't know if they're gonna, I guess, blame it on Melly or his accomplice, which was the driver.
Either way, they're going under
Either way, yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Melly turned himself in and he says that it's all a lie and they just wanna get him in jail. They want somebody to blame it on, so they're blaming everything on him. Because of his past. He's been in and out of jail since he was like 13, 14.
I remember, he's from Florida, right?
Florida, yeah, man. They different down there.
They different down in Florida, bro.
That's a different kind of weird.
Son, come on now. Bath salts and shit. Damn, bro. Like, do you see any way of him getting out of this?
I have no idea how he's gonna get out of this because they found bullets inside the car. Like if it's not bullets. Let me rephrase that. The shell
casing
of the shell casings of the. That means somebody shot inside the car. So
damn it, man. Damn it, man.
So
what kind of luck do you have to have for your straight bullet to hit a deputy?
For real.
Wow.
And then in the court or whatever, they're using his song "Murder on My Mind" against him. But that song was recorded before all of this happened. That song was recorded in 2015. This just happened last year.
Just to cut you off, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That song is the most poetically homicidal song I have heard in quite some time, bro. Like
me too.
Oh my lord, it's catchy as hell. He from that song alone, I feel like that young man is talented. You know, there's something there. Obviously, I don't know what's about to come. Let's see how it plays out. But that song alone, I'm like, okay, he's got something there. But continue, my bad.
He "Murder on My Mind" is the name of the song, and in that song, he murders his friend.
Right.
Accidentally.
Right. I
So
didn't mean to shoot him. He just caught me by.
that song goes verse 1 and verse 2. I don't like the third verse. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Okay.
But yeah, so they're using that against him, even though that song was. He says he wrote that song in jail, and that was 2015.
Right.
And this just happened last year, so maybe he was just thinking about murdering them the whole time.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
God damn, Melly.
bro. I think either way you slice it, even like if the song was written before, the song was written after.
Yeah.
Either way,
it was on
it's
his
bad.
mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's written before, it's like, yo, this is premeditated. Okay,
Yeah.
you meant to do this. If it's written after, this is your confessional.
Exactly.
So whichever way you want to
up.
slice it, brother, it's not looking good.
My whole take on the thing is he recently he said he has split personality. He's been saying that more and more. No,
okay.
We don't know if he does. He's just been saying that.
Oh, okay.
He's not clinically diagnosed or anything.
Okay.
He's just been saying that more and more, and I think he's gonna use that in the case.
Skidding.
Yeah, he's skidding it out there. So he has
the skids. Yeah.
He said they have an exchange at midnight. So once
he and the two person.
Yeah. So the other guy's name is Melvin. So Melvin comes out at 12, and there's no controlling Melvin.
Okay.
You understand? And Melvin's the one that wrote that song.
Dog.
Oh, Melvin also wrote the song "Split Personalities" featuring Kanye West. So
I haven't heard that other one. I haven't heard much of his music, but
yeah. Well, after you sent us that video of that one verse, I downloaded his album. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Damn,
I had to because that shit was talented.
Yo, for all you SoundCloud rappers, you see what one hot verse can do for you, bro. Just like that.
I downloaded it.
Download. That's crazy. I'm about to start rapping. No, no, but wow, man. This is interesting. I mean, obviously, it's not a laughing matter. Like 3 people are dead, so don't let these jokes slide the wrong way. But I just think it's unfortunate, man. Hopefully, he's as innocent as he claims he is. Yeah,
he turned himself in.
They find the actual killers, but wow. I don't
Hopefully,
know.
right?
It's that whole debate of do we separate the art from the artist? Like, even if he did write it before or after, like, I've heard of different cases where that is used in courtrooms,
Yep.
But
it's like you said, premeditated murder.
Yeah.
He was probably plotting that the whole time.
Man. Poor guy. Let's see how this plays out, though.
And those dudes were young, too, like 19 and 20. Or 19 and 21. 19 and 20. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, even the two being
lives are
accused,
over,
they're
like,
both... Well, the two being accused are 20 and 21, I believe. And then the two that are dead are 19 and 21. So, 2 young guys gone, and 2 might be going to jail for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Especially Melly, because all his convictions so far have been like with guns, marijuana, and shit like that. So
there's a history there.
Yeah.
Of a little gun action, a little gunplay.
Yeah. He actually has an interview with Genius or Guinness, the one that does the...
Oh, the Rap Genius?
Yeah, Rap Genius. There you go. Rap Genius, Guinness. That's it. And he opens up by saying he loves guns since he was young. Yeah. I'm like, why would you say this?
But there's nothing wrong with him saying he loves guns.
No, but he says it's not him saying that he loves guns that is the problem. It's him saying, because if I point it at you, you respect me, and if I shoot you, your whole soul is gone, and that's my doing. I did that. And that in a courtroom, when you have to convince 12 people and they hear that, it's gonna go wrong.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah,
it's not the whole, because I'm pro gun. I'm not pro gun like everybody should have it.
Yeah,
it should be harder to get, but I am for pro gun
for people having the right to
have
firearms.
We gotta get like psychological tests and they let Gilbert examine them.
No word. That's a fact. Damn, bro. Damn, I didn't know he said that.
Yeah,
that is,
in the beginning,
that's not gonna look good, bro.
At all.
Stop talking.
They're gonna put that song out there. They're gonna put that little clip. Yeah. That's a good soundbite right there. Absolutely. For the beginning of the court case. Oh my God.
That's a closed case.
Yeah, guilty.
I don't care what they say. He did that shit.
Yeah, man.
Damn, bro.
He gotta get him somebody to fix that up, man.
I don't know, man. Condolences to the families.
For real.
Because I can't imagine. I couldn't be in those shoes.
So yeah.
Okay. So moving right along. Whatchamacallit? Your boy, 45, keeping it live. Put a 99. No, let me stop. No, but your boy, Trompito, his former lawyer. I think it's Michael Cohen, right? I just know him as Cohen. he done went and actually let me rewind. Your boy Tekashi has a new bandmate. Okay, he has a new singing partner. He has a new, feel me, co-lead singer of the band.
Out there snitching, baby.
You feel me? And that's your boy Michael Cohen. So Michael Cohen, for those of you who don't know, was U.S. President Donald Trump's former lawyer, and he claims he was the fixer for Donald Trump. So any little things he had, Michael Cohen would be the ones to get his hands dirty. He's been quoted as saying he would take a bullet for 45 and etc. So what had happened was he was indicted, and he decided to flip. He decided to go ahead and start singing. And, I mean, he's made a bunch of different claims. You know, he claims he was the fixer, like I said. He claims that he knew that Donald had dealings with the Russians. He knows that he's a racist and a bigot. Like, he was in the courtroom really telling, like, different alleged quotes that Donald would make in, like, bad neighborhoods, or that he would say about people that would kind of hammer home that he's a racist and a bigot and etc.
Like, we needed him to say it,
exactly,
to know that.
Exactly.
We all knew that.
And he's definitely taking a stance of, like, mea culpa. You know, he's up there like, you know, I was a part of the problem because I defended him and I protected him, blah, blah, blah.
And he stood by him for 10 years or 12 years, whatever the case may be.
That.
Yeah.
But what'd you think about all that, man? Like,
that was a funny one to me because did you see it? You saw
some
it
of it, but it was long as shit.
It was way too long. Yeah. But it's hilarious to me, him sitting down there, because the Democrats try to make him look good. Like, oh, he's now standing off. And then the Republicans go in there and they're bashing him. Before they ask any questions, well, this man is a liar. And how can you trust anyone who lied to Congress and is sitting here talking to Congress? Right. So I found that funny about the whole situation. But, yeah, it was interesting because he was the fixer. Like, if you think about all the...
He's the one that paid the...
He's the one that paid the prostitute, not the prostitute, sorry. The porn star to stay quiet and all the other stuff, like, you know, he would take care of it, whatever a fixer is that the fixer does. He's a Ray Donovan. My man Ray Donovan out here.
Ray Donovan, shit.
But yeah, it's interesting because how can you believe a guy that...
for that pussy.
Yeah.
Sweet pussy Saturday.
So...
Trump was paying for that pussy. $35K for that pussy. My bad, man.
So yeah, that was a funny one, man, because how can you trust anything he says now? After he done lied all these years, 12 years, or not even lied, he omits truths.
Yeah.
He omits exactly, routinely or something. Yeah. And he's a lawyer, man, right? He's a lawyer?
Yeah, it was his lawyer.
Those guys are trained to lie. Let me tell you something. I lived in Washington, D.C. 2 years.
Okay.
Whatever the case may be.
Chocolate City.
Professional liars over there, man.
Everyone.
The whole goddamn place. They're all liars. Yo, all politicians.
Lie to your face.
You can't even tell who's telling the truth or not.
Oh, my Lord.
So, yeah, I don't know, man.
No, I mean, I was conflicted because I feel like a lot of people on the left they aren't focused, man. Like, trying to get Trump impeached at this point, I think is counterproductive. I think getting him impeached, and for those of you who don't know, it's basically getting him charged. Impeachment doesn't mean he leaves office. He's being indicted. He's being charged with doing something wrong. So I think at this point, getting him impeached would be counterproductive in that all it would do is make people who are all the way to the right or like semi to the middle but kind of to the right, it would make them double down, I think. Like, it's just a witch hunt trying to get down. I think we should all focus on the upcoming elections and putting up a candidate that can get him out of office if he chooses to run again.
He's gonna.
Oh, he said he's running again?
Well, he filed the paperwork to run the same day he got inaugurated. He's already in. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It's like it's complete. I definitely think like it's pointless. It's useless to try to hang on to this impeachment, try to hang on to getting him in trouble, because he's obviously shown us that nothing sticks. So, you know, and this Cohen guy, as you said, he's not the best witness, man. I get it. He was the lawyer, but he's lied under oath before. He's lied.
He's going to jail for that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't know if I can trust you. The only reason you're talking to us is because you've been threatened with jail, you know? And Yeah, man.
For real.
He's not. Yeah, like he's not a character witness. He's not a character individual. He's not someone whose word you can count on. So, I honestly think the left is too giddy about this because I don't see it coming to fruition in terms of making a change. You know, it's already 2019. Dude has about 2 years left in office. They're not going to get him out of there within 2 years. I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening, you know.
Hell no.
Because even if he gets impeached, he would obviously challenge it. He's not just going to take it. And that's going to get drawn out and dragged out. Yeah, I don't know. If the goal is just to besmirch him, to make him look bad, then I understand it a little bit. But
how worse can you make him look?
That's a good point, bro.
Yeah. They gotta fucking, I don't know, man. I'm with you on though. They gotta just focus on the next election.
Focus on the next
get a good
election.
candidate out there.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yo, and another thing, I feel the way about his lawyer snitching.
Me too. What happened to client
confidentiality?
Exactly.
Blase, blah. We ain't got no damn facts. You already know this.
God damn, I done had you on retainer for 12 years
That's
and you're gonna flip the switch.
You should not be allowed to talk, man.
That shit gets me tight,
that should be stricken from the record. Like, I don't understand this. You know, if you're my lawyer and I'm confiding in you, I feel like that should be a binding
It is a binding agreement. It's legally, it's supposed to be. If I pay you even $1, you're not supposed to say what.
That loophole should definitely be knotted up and closed up, man. Like, if you can't trust your lawyer,
fuck you, God damn it.
Yeah, you know, I believe in fairness in this sense. Like, I understand it's Trump, and you know he's not the best person out there. You know,
I know.
He's shown to be a piece of shit sometimes. So I understand like people being upset, but at the same time, I feel like right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you have an agreement with your lawyer, you know, you should be protected under that agreement. Yep. I think we're getting murky, you know, and I don't know if this will set a precedent. Like, if we allow this now, then what does it say about future cases, future situations? I don't know if this is specific because
imagine your lawyer flipping on you and shit.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Your lawyer gets in trouble with some shit and then he starts snitching on you.
Melly, get a good lawyer, Melly. Some motherfuckers
Melly, don't be killing your friends, really.
Yo, but. For real. We don't know he did it, man. He's accused. Well, relax,
you're
man.
Right. Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, innocent until proven guilty. Yeah.
But yeah, man, Trumpito, I don't know, dog. I don't know. Man. I think everyone is misguided there. Not everyone, but people on the left. People that are too happy about this, I think it's misguided, and I think it's a little pointless.
Yeah, that's a funny one, man. The fuckery, I tell you.
The fuckery.
Yeah, moving on to fucking Jenner, Kylie Jenner.
Oh boy, family again.
Is this family again? God damn it, you just can't get them out of anywhere, man. So this family. Well, not this family. Kylie Jenner's accusing Travis Scott, who's her baby daddy, of cheating. And so...
wait, off the rip, before I even let you finish, this can't be true. Black men don't cheat. Continue.
Go ahead. Hey, preach it.
I don't Black men don't cheat. Come on, dog.
So yeah, she's accusing him of cheating. And so he postponed his show in Buffalo, claimed that it was illness, and he flew out to Los Angeles to... surprise Stormy, his daughter, and Jenner, his girlfriend, or baby mama, whatever the hell the case may be.
Right.
So my take on this is...
Talk to me.
My take on this is that these women, right, the Kardashians, they got their biracial baby, and now they're just kicking the guys out. They just wanted and this is all plotted by the mom, who's...
the fucking mastermind.
She's a mastermind. She's been managing their careers their whole life. Oh, do this, do that, do this, do that, and we'll get more clout or fame, whatever. That's what's going on here, man. They got their babies.
You know what's crazy? I don't think that you're joking. I mean, I think that you're joking.
I'm joking, but there's some serious to every joke, correct?
Absolutely. Dude, there is an element of truth to every joke, and I can attest to that. As a black man who has dated or who has been involved with women who aren't black, I definitely have come across the fetishization of black babies or like mixed race babies, and it's a little weird, you know. So I'm not putting it past them. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the case. But I didn't think of this take at all, you know. It's weird. It's weird because it's happening throughout the family. I mean, the main boss is still Did you?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Keep it going.
The main boss is still the main boss being the superstar Ray J's. I don't like.
She's not even the main boss anymore. Kim is not even the main boss anymore.
No, the younger one allegedly has
Kylie. She's like
exactly. But I'm saying though the one who got the whole show on the road.
Yeah, she got everything popping.
Exactly. She's still with her husband. So,
for now, Kanye, you better watch out.
No, playing the waiting game. Anybody can lose.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
But
I think they'll keep Kanye there. He's a little nut.
Right, they got him in the whatchamacallit, in the sunken place. So he's under control right now. Chris got the cup, the teacup. Damn, man. I don't know why it seems to be that in this family this stuff is always just circulating around. Why there's always this much drama, I don't know. It's been said that they orchestrate this.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're just orchestrating everything.
Yeah. In that case, man, I mean, it's so. I was gonna say in that case, Travis, go ahead and get out. But dog, your baby's there. You got a kid. Like, yeah, you kind of stuck, bro.
Well, he doesn't have to be stuck with her.
Man.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Do you remember there was a picture that circulated recently that was supposed to be him?
Yeah.
And some other guy did this whole thing on purpose to prove that people just tend to jump to conclusions. So. Maybe he didn't do anything.
I remember that
jumping
picture.
out the window. So, I hope, for the sake of their family, I hope that works out. Because
we need
there's a kid involved. So.
Fathers and all.
Amen, man. Word. Daughters need their daddies, man. Come on now.
That's a song.
Yeah,
that's a song.
I don't know. We should make it a song.
No. The Maroon 5 song. It don't go like that.
Nah, I think you're probably thinking, "Father, be good to you."
Oh yeah.
John Mayer.
John Mayer. Maroon 5. What the hell am I doing?
The same thing, man.
White people.
No facts. John Mayer, Maroon 5. It don't matter.
All right. So enough with that, with the whispers and all that gossip and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You in the mood for some deportes?
Some deportes,
some
baby.
athletes.
So
some big money contracts.
Yo, these contracts is ridiculous, man. I should have played baseball more. But forget about baseball for now. Let's talk about the Lakers and will they make the playoffs? Because they're sitting in the what spot are they sitting in right now?
Right now, I think they're in 10th.
They're in 10th place.
Just double check. I mean, we ain't got no facts, but
they're in 10th. They're 30-31.
Yikes!
3 games out.
Yikes!
Behind the Clippers and Sacramento Kings. And Sacramento Kings are 2 games out. Sacramento Kings, man, that's coach of the year. If they make the playoffs. Forget about that record, 47-14.
Nah, I mean, so we're asking if the Lakers are.
Are the Lakers going to make the playoffs? You think they're going to make the playoffs?
Man, okay. Let me put on my my doctor hat. See, my older brother's a doctor. My girl is a doctor.
Talk about it.
Clearly, I'm qualified.
Yep.
To make a medical assessment. You dig what I'm saying? So Dr. K says that from what I see with this group, from what I see in terms of body language, that's really it. Body language doctor. Like I said, older brother's a doctor, girl is a doctor. I'm qualified. Don't check my credentials.
Talk about it.
Body language doctor. It doesn't look like they're going to make the playoffs, man. They struggle against shitty teams. They only have a few games left, but the end of their schedule, the remainder of their schedule is heavy. They're playing a bunch of good teams. So it's like, I don't see them without their chemistry improving. I don't see them able to climb their way back in there. And even making the playoffs, if you end up in 8th, you're probably getting swept. You're playing G State.
You're done, yeah.
So
whoever's
they really
8th is gone
for 7th. So it's like
they're definitely not going to reach 7th.
If that's the case, then just go ahead and shut it down.
Actually, 7th and 8th are tied right now, so they can maybe.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the West, they can hit.
Yo,
7th.
but even 7th, dogs, you're playing the Golden Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets. That's a baby Warriors. You're done too.
But I think LeBron can scare the Denver Nuggets.
You think so?
Hell
yeah. You know why?
Yeah.
He used to do that to Toronto.
To Toronto, and Denver hasn't gone far in the playoffs recently.
You're right.
I think them seeing LeBron on the other side is like, oh shit, okay, we got to deal with Bron. But dog, for the Lakers, I'm like, you see in their huddles, he's not paying attention.
Yeah,
LeBron.
He's not playing no D. You seen those videos?
I saw the clips,
my god!
And yes, and he's sensitive about it when he's called out about it. So yeah, it's I don't know, but I definitely as more time goes on and as more of their games that I watch, I'm realizing I don't see them making it, man. I don't think they're making it.
I agree. Unfortunately, I had them going on in the 8th seed because of LeBron.
It's LeBron, so you don't want to bet against LeBron until it happens, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make it, man. And I just because of everything you said, even like with off the court issues, like you have Lonzo. Number one, Lonzo Ball is injured again, right?
Yeah, he's
injured again. Yeah,
for a hot minute.
Yes, but not even that. Like fucking what's the guy's name? Fucking Kyle Kuzma.
All right.
He keeps popping up, trying to DM girls, trying to.
What?
Yeah, he DM'd the porn star the other day.
Ain't nothing wrong with.
Ain't nothing wrong with
trying
that,
to
man.
get a little pussy.
Some sweet shit. But yeah, he came out trying to get a porn star.
Which porn star was it?
I have no idea, man. All she wrote back was like, "If you see me courtside, we can make this happen." And he told her no.
Cool.
Something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got to button it up.
She aired them out.
She put. See, she's tacky.
Yeah.
She's tacky. I wish I knew which porn star this was.
I have no
tacky.
idea.
Like,
that's a quick Google search though.
That's what I'm saying. Homie shoots a shot. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like, why does it have to be an airing? There's something wrong with the culture today, man.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, my bad. Go ahead. Ain't nothing wrong, Coos. Go ahead. Buy you a little pussy.
Yeah, so he's like distracted with that. I'm sure all those guys are still hurt over the whole trade rumors and everything. LeBron even addressed this yesterday or 2 days ago.
No, man, we ain't got no facts.
Yeah, we ain't got no facts, babe. But he was basically saying that he knows the Pelicans did that on purpose to try to get us in shambles or whatever. And that shit worked. I think it worked.
Absolutely it worked. The motherfuckers don't want to play with him.
Yeah, and on top of that, this is like, I don't want to make excuses for LeBron, but this is the first year where he's ever missed an extended amount of games due to injury. So maybe he's never had to deal with that before, and this is his first time dealing with it. So maybe that slowed him down or whatever.
Dude, whenever he
as
left,
much as you can slow him down.
Place.
Yeah, when he left, they were in fourth place.
And now they're in 10th. So it's like, no, you absolutely continue. My bad.
But no, that was pretty much it. But there's other distractions too. Like I saw Alonzo Ball, even though this is media, that could have been recorded ages ago. He was on that rapping show, or he comes out in
the
there.
Freestyle, yeah, exactly.
So
Alonzo do be rapping though, so I ain't tripping on that. But I get you.
No, but I'm saying like
the distractions
is a distraction. Like, what are you doing? Rapping and shit when you should be trying to get back on this court and help me make the playoffs.
Right. No, I definitely think that was probably recorded before. But if it wasn't,
no,
it
definitely,
does look sloppy.
definitely too. Yeah.
If it wasn't, it does look sloppy. But to what you're saying about them probably still being upset about the trade, yo, you gotta get over that shit, bro. Like,
it's easy, but when you're 21, 22,
you're right.
It's a lot of emotions there.
21, 22, and you've probably been coddled your whole life because you've been great at this sport. So you don't really know how to deal with, some bullshit maybe. I don't know, man. It's I think they need to sack up and realize a lot of them are on 1-year contracts.
Yep.
So, dude, you're playing for your future. And, go about it like that. Take it as business, man. Y'all don't got to be best friends.
When they're a few years in, they'll know.
That's what I'm saying.
That is business.
I've been on basketball teams where most of us didn't like one another, but when it's time to play, it's time to play, dog. Like, and that's that. So I don't understand why this is such an issue, but body language doctor,
it ain't
gonna
happen.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
So who you got in the Clippers or Sacramento?
I'm rooting for Sacramento.
Me too.
I'll tell you that. I'm rooting for Sacramento. The Clippers would be better off not getting in there because then I think they get to keep their pick. So, I don't know why they're trying so hard to make – I mean, I know why they're trying so hard to make the playoffs.
Competitive, man.
Players ain't going to tank. But, if I'm rooting for anyone, I'm going to go for Sacramento. They're more exciting to watch. It's been mad long since they've been in the playoffs. And I don't know if you remember growing up, dude, Sacramento's home crowd during the playoffs used to be loud, bro.
C. Webb, Michael Doliak, Stojakovic,
Mike Bibby,
Mike Bibby, who's being accused now of groping that teacher. Isn't that crazy?
Mike Bibby being accused of being a little overzealous, a little sexual assaulty.
That was a team. Sacramento Queens.
Sacramento, like Shaq said, Sacramento Queens. But their venue, their arena was live. It was like an event, man. And I think that'd be dope to have that popping in the NBA again, that's what I'm rooting for. But ultimately, I'm saying that the Lakers aren't going to get in, but I don't feel confident going against LeBron. I'm sorry.
Me either. Not against LeBron.
I'm sorry. I just don't.
But I don't think they're going to go in. But against LeBron?
It's LeBron, man. I don't know. How about you? Who do you think's getting in there?
I hope Sacramento makes it. I want Sacramento.
Hell yeah.
That'll justify my midseason picks.
As long as you're right, I feel you. But yeah, the Clippers. Yeah, I don't know, man. Doc Rivers, he's doing something down there. Speaking of Doc Rivers, they were playing the Mavericks.
Yep.
Recently, and at the end of the game, Doc Rivers takes the microphone and gives Dirk Nowitzki a standing ovation, and urges the crowd to stand up and clap and give this man his flowers while he can still sell them.
Smell them.
Exactly. And it made me think of it got me thinking about Dirk's legacy. Because I don't know if you remember a few years ago, Paul Pierce was about to retire, and then he ended up coming back another year. And during a game, Draymond Green, talking shit to him, was like, "You chasing that farewell tour? They don't love you like that. Who you thought? You thought you was Kobe? They don't love you like that." Like,
I don't remember this.
Oh boy! Matter of fact, okay. So tell me what you think about Dirk's legacy while I look for this clip.
Dirk's legacy, I think he's gonna go down as one of the best Euro players. Now,
one of the best Euro players?
No, one of the best players. Okay. Period. One of the best players. Because that man is unguardable.
Got you.
He's like a 7 foot whatever.
Yeah.
Could shoot jump shots.
Exactly.
Got his team a ring or his city a ring.
Exactly.
Not that this matters, but he was loyal to that one team for the whole.
One team for 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years stayed on one team. He's made countless what do you call it? All-Stars, All-NBA, everything.
De todo.
So yeah, man, I think he's gonna go down as one of the greats.
Hold on, I got this little clip for you. Hold on.
Play it. I vaguely remember this.
Yeah. So it's a replay, whatever. Hold on.
They don't love you like that. What year was this?
You ain't Kobe. You thought you was Kobe. They don't love you like that. This was like
I know he felt some type of way.
OD, bro. That is the best kind of trash talk. The truth. That's the no.
You think they don't love him like that?
No,
he is the truth.
No.
He is the truth.
Exactly. They don't love Paul Pierce like that, bro. You don't get no farewell tour, fam.
You don't get
Dog, before KG and Ray went over there, he was just a good dude on a trash team his whole career. They made a couple playoffs.
They had Antoine Walker.
Drives. Exactly. But stop it, bro. Paul Pierce is not on that same level. Let's cut it out.
Paul Pierce
he makes
is the
big
truth.
shots. He's the truth. He was nice. But no, cut it out, bro. You're not Kobe. You're not getting a farewell tour.
Yeah.
Like, stop. And yeah, so I say that to say it was beautiful to see Dirk get that kind of love, because I do think Dirk is on that level. Dirk's an MVP caliber dude.
Did he ever win an MVP?
Yeah. He won an MVP the year that they got bumped in the first round by G State by Baron Davis, Steven Jackson.
Oh yeah.
They were the first seed. G State was the 8th
seed.
Yeah, that was his MVP year, and he killed. Dirk, I think, has revolutionized the game in a way that we don't necessarily give him credit for. Like, if you look at the NBA today, all the bigs are shooting threes.
Yep.
He was really early on that wave, particularly early in the Dallas days. He shot a shitload of threes. He's a 7-footer, and
we don't even have true centers anymore in the game.
Word, true centers in the sense
that they're not Shaq down there on the block dunking on people.
Exactly. And also, I think there used to be this. I mean, there still is a little bit this stigma of European players being soft.
Yep.
I've never seen any team build around European players. Like, maybe if I sit back,
the Mavs.
And think,
that's the only team
before him.
Oh, before him? Hell
Dirk.
no.
I'm trying to think back. Like, there were foreign players in the league, obviously. Like, let me think of European players like the Petrovic or the Tom Chambers, Stojakovic. Yeah, there were dudes from Europe who were in the league.
What's his name? Not Michael Doliak. What are you on, crack cocaine? I'm talking about the president of the not the Timberwolves, the Sacramento Kings. Vlade
Yeah,
Divac.
exactly. Another Euro dude who got busy. But Dirk, from what I remember, I mean, I ain't got no facts anyway, so it don't matter.
Got no facts.
He was the first one to have a team built around him.
Yep.
You know, and he delivered. He got them the ring.
Yep.
You know, and I think he definitely changed a bit of the conversation on Euro players. And I think he made it possible for this new wave that's there. You know, the Lukas, the Miljan Bogdanovic that are in the league. And, yeah, I think Dirk
and KP.
Yeah, Porzingis. It's just, you know, I try not to say that name nowadays. I'm a little torn about that, man, going over there. But whatever, I'm going to get over it. You know, that's a different podcast.
When we get those 2 draft picks, hopefully they're good picks.
I hope, man. I hope. But, yeah, I think Dirk definitely deserves his flowers. He definitely deserves the praise he's getting because, for all intents and purposes, he is a trailblazer. And any chance that I get to shit on Paul Pierce, I will take it because they don't love you like that. Fuck out of here.
They don't love you like they love Kobe, man.
You thought you was Kobe?
I think today I read that Dirk is thinking about coming back next year.
Stop it.
Yeah, he said that today.
Dirk, no.
That's going to be a funny one if he comes back.
It's going to be a painful one, bro. It hurts to watch him run up and down, dog. It looks like his whole body hurts. Like, I love Dirk. And, fam,
he should come back as a shooting coach.
Shooting coach or
just train KP.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you still want to be around the team, I can understand it, man. I can understand it.
I think Mark Cuban will give him a job.
Of course, dude, him and Cubes, that's his ride or die.
Yeah.
Like, if, whatchamacallit, like, if he wants to come back and just be around the team, I get it, man. Like I said, I played ball all the way through to very low-level college ball, and you definitely miss the locker room. You miss being around the guys, particularly if it's all you've known. Like, he's been in the league 20 years. He's been an NBA player probably longer than he's been anything else.
Yeah, how old is he?
He's late 30s, early 40s, but I know he's been in the league 20 years.
Yeah, I know he's been in the league 20 years.
You know, or if it's not more, then it's just about even. So, like, all he knows is being an NBA player. So I can understand, you know, him struggling to let it go. Kind of like Vince Carter. He just won't let it go.
Vince Carter's 40-something years old.
And he's still out here. Dog, the other day he almost caught a mean body. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Oh, took off from, like, the dotted. Yo, VC, I'm telling you, it's different. You know, them boys in Florida is different.
Them boys in Florida, man.
I don't know if they put in the water.
Yo, something.
But, yeah, Dirk, I'm happy he's getting sent off this way, and I hope he accepts it as his send-off.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think he should. I mean, ultimately, it's his decision.
It's his
or whatever,
choice.
But, yeah, I think it's about that time, Dirk. Yeah. How much money do you think Dirk has made playing basketball?
A lot. I actually saw it the other day.
Yeah?
It's up there. I mean, it's up there relative. If you compare it to somebody else, he hasn't made a lot.
If you compare it to someone else, like, hold on.
Like anybody who's ever taken the max.
I mean,
not the max.
He's taken a lot less multiple times.
He's always taking less,
right?
yeah. So, like, if you count it, they were comparing it to that dude that the Lakers signed.
Dwight Howard?
No. The dude that left Cleveland. He just won a ring. No, man. This was before LeBron went.
Oh.
They won the chip.
Cleveland?
Yeah, the center.
Cleveland
he signed a 50-year.
Oh.
What are you talking about? LeBron.
Timothy Mozgov?
Timothy Mozgov.
Okay.
They were comparing it to him because he got that year he got paid more than Dirk did. Or that contract. So.
Time out. He got paid more than Dirk for a particular contract?
For a season.
Wow.
Because he signed a 3-year $50 million shit or something like that.
That is nuts.
And then Dirk had he didn't take the max.
Right.
He's never taken the max.
Less. Yeah.
He always takes less to help the team.
Exactly.
Or to like build the bigger team around.
Guys, yeah.
But that's what they were comparing it to that guy. Like, imagine if Dirk had taken the max from anybody else.
Bro, come on now.
So in his career, he's made like I forgot what the number was. It's a lot though.
That's what I was looking for right now. How much money he's made?
In his career.
Yeah, I mean this season he's getting paid $5 million. So I was like, all right, Dirk.
Mozgov, I was making more than that right now. Mozgov.
Ah, man, Dirk. I don't know. He's probably it's like I think it was KG when he retired. He had made the most money in NBA history because the people who come in later they get better contracts earlier or whatever. So I'm pretty sure Dirk is up there, but yeah, he's left a lot of money on the table.
All right, so I got it right here. So in his career, he's made almost.
Oh, let me guess.
Go ahead. This is what I was gonna say earlier, actually, but I didn't want to be wrong. Even though we ain't got no facts.
We ain't got no facts, man. We never wrong. 280 mil.
Close.
What was it?
He's made nearly $242 million in 19 years. This being his 20th.
Wow. Yeah.
He was.
I mean, you gotta take off half for the government.
Yep.
But nah, man. So he's made his money, you know. But I think a lot of that money that he left on the table, he's exchanged for goodwill. Like, he will have a job or he will have a place in that city forever.
They're gonna build a statue. They better build a statue.
Of course, it's gonna be that one-legged jumper, like it has to be, right? That statue of him shooting off the wrong foot. It has to be. So, man, I just remember Dirk's Game 7 against San Antonio on the road, the year that they went to the finals and won. Wow, like he was on a different level, man. There was a point where he was literally unguardable. So shout out to Dirk. But 242 mil, I think there's a couple baseball players who laughing at that.
Let me tell you about this guy, man, named Harper. This motherfucker just signed.
Yo, Bryce, can I get $1?
Yo, please, Bryce, man.
Talk to me.
You need I know you play golf on the weekends, motherfucker. You need a caddy? Because I need a side gig, man. This motherfucker signed a 13-year, $330 million contract.
Talk about it.
$20 million signing bonus.
So $350 we talking about.
God damn, son. $350 basically. And a no trade clause on top of that.
Oh, my Lord. Sweet
Talk
Jesus.
about players having their way.
Bruh, baseball.
Who's his agent? I want that guy.
Legit. Who the hell's his agent? Legit, man. Jamie.
Jamie figure this out, god damn it. Yo, what the fuck?
We need Bryce Harper's agent, bro.
Yo, this shit is crazy.
Baseball, yo, it's like they don't learn. To this day, everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people say that A-Rod contract, the original, 10.
That's the one that broke the record at first, yeah.
It was 10 years, 275. Then he re-upped with the Yanks for 10 years, 300.
Yep.
And I don't know if anyone else has gotten 30 mil for 10 years on average. I think he's still the only one to do that because there have been other ones who get a little bit more but for less years.
Yeah.
Or like Bryce, he's getting more money but
more years.
He's getting more money but a lesser average of
lesser average.
Yeah. So it's like I'm wondering if they learned. I don't think any of these have ever worked out.
You know how.
I mean, Alex might be the only one. Let
me get this. Even Alex, I don't think it worked out because here's what happens.
I don't know. Those first 10 years were.
No, I'm saying he does good, but it doesn't work out for the team ultimately, depending on the way it's structured.
Right.
And here's what I mean by that, right? I'm gonna compare it to. All right, so like we don't know Bryce Harper's contract yet. We know that that's the numbers he's getting, but we don't know how it's because some contracts are like you get paid $1 million, front loaded, back loaded. If it's back loaded, that hurts you, man. Because 13 years later, he's gonna be old,
getting that money.
Exactly, and then that is gonna stop you from getting younger players at a good. I mean, we don't know what kind of contracts they'll be giving out then if that's what they're giving out now.
Well, this is true. If well, they don't have a salary cap, but if their revenue goes up, then they'll have more money to put back into signing guys. So, yeah, we could see it not hurt them that bad, but the way it's kind of going, it's set up to hurt them, and particularly if it's backloaded. You're absolutely right.
Yep. Here's this one example from baseball. The Mets, right? They signed the guy in the year 2000. His name is Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla.
Exactly.
Bobby boy. Where's he from?
He's still getting paid until 2035 from the New York Mets.
Yeah, they extended that.
2035.
He gets like $1 million a year or some shit, right?
Shit is ridiculous, man. Bryce Harper's contract is gonna be up, and this guy's still getting paid. He gets paid 1.9 every year.
Every year.
God damn.
Who the hell was Bobby's lawyer, man? That's love.
No, not lawyer.
I mean, his agent.
Agent, man.
Whatever the fuck. All them motherfuckers. Bobby, can I get $1?
He's Puerto Rican.
Bien body.
Yo, that's insane, man.
Yeah. So these contracts, they
like hurt
appearing to not work out, but teams keep giving them out. So I don't really know.
They're dumb, man. I don't
really know what's going on there, man.
Shit makes no sense.
But with all that said, I'm saying shout out to Bryce. I thought you were going to be a Yankee, but you weren't ready for the big show. It's okay. Hopefully
he was following the money.
In Philly. Where he was following the money. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty nice setup. He's guaranteed to be there for 13 years if he decides.
Yeah.
And he's going to get his money regardless. It's like, for the next 13 years of his life, there's stability. And you can't quite put a price on stability. You know, I mean, I guess you can.
You
put
can.
350 million on stability.
Yeah.
but
It's a lot of fucking money, man.
Bruh, tell me about it.
Yeah. Fucking Bryce
you about
Harper.
to say something else about Bryce?
About Bryce, I was, but I forgot. That's crazy. Fucking Bryce Harper, that son of a bitch. God damn it! You need a caddy. You know where to reach me, man.
Bryce, let me get $1. No, come on, man. I'll pay you back.
That's crazy. This is what I was gonna say about him. He's like the only athlete. They were comparing him to the LeBron James of baseball, and no, not for stats or anything. No. But the way he's like the only player in recent times or ever for baseball that
I know where you're going.
That you think?
I know where you're going.
I don't think
I know where you're going.
They were you get scouted while you're in high school.
Right.
But him and his father were putting videos out, marketing themselves.
Exactly.
To everybody. I'm not just talking about to teams.
Yeah.
Nike was getting these videos, Adidas, so that he can get
smacking ball. Yeah.
You know what I think happened right there? He corked those bats. He's never played in an aluminum. He's never hit a bat with an aluminum thing, which makes
never batted with an aluminum bat. You saying?
Yeah, with aluminum, nothing like this. It's always been wood to prove that he has strength and shit like that. And they were showing that since he was early, like junior high school, and that's what got him this.
In school, he had to play with an aluminum bat. That's
no,
what they play with. In school,
his father put him in ones that was wood only. He's never played with aluminum.
I thought that was mandatory in like high school and college. You have to play with aluminum. Like I know in the NCAA, you have to play with aluminum.
And he never went to NCAA.
Okay.
But who is the NCAA? Those motherfucking
thieves.
But his father. You see, all right. I don't know how to explain this. There's leagues that you can join. Let's say you're not in a high school. Okay. You can join a league that plays against high schools. They have this in New York too. You know what I'm talking about?
For the real splitters, kind of like AU.
Kind of like that. Like so I guess his father would put him in stuff like that where he would only use wooden bats and stuff. Wow. His father wouldn't let him bat with
damn, and so he showed that power. No, so he's definitely been on the radar for
a long time, and also marketing shit too, like trying to get money early.
Oh yeah, no, he knew he had his eye on the prize.
That's what they were saying.
And I can applaud that. I applaud someone with conviction and who puts in that work. I like Bryce Harper because he seems to be one of the few American players, and by American I don't mean Latino players born in the U.S. or players of Latino heritage. Excuse me. Born in the U.S. I'm talking about these blonde hair, blue eyed guys that middle America loves. He seems to be one of the only ones that wants to have fun on the baseball field, on the diamond.
As much as you can.
You know? Yeah, he'll flip a bat. He shows emotion. Like, baseball is like the OD anti-fun, you feel me? Anti-celebration. Everything is disrespect. Everything is, we're going to throw the ball at you. Like, get your shit together, baseball. That's why y'all losing fans. These young kids want to play. They want to have fun, bro. They don't want to be in a straitjacket. You can't show any emotion or else the other team's going to throw it at 95 an hour at your dome piece.
Your dome, yeah.
You know, or if you hit a home run, they don't come back and try to strike you out the next time. They'll fucking throw it at your ass to, like, teach you a lesson about jogging too slow. Like, there's a lot about baseball that I just... I'm just like, yo, y'all are so backwards in this. But Bryce seems to embrace being a star. Like, he gets it, bro. Like, I know these other athletes, they look at the NBA and they're like, fam, why can't we have fun like that? It's not even about the money, blah, 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 because everybody getting paid. It's about the fun, the notoriety, the being able to go into a restaurant and getting a table without reservation when everyone else got to wait, you know? The basketball player is going to get that just because their faces are out there.
Yep.
You know, you know them more. And yes, they're like 6'8", you know, whatever.
It has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate Bryce always kind of pushing having fun, pushing excitement. And yeah, I mean, he's not a Yankee, so fuck him. But
exactly,
you know, good for him. Go ahead and get your money, bro. Damn, bro, you should have played baseball, bro. Should have kept playing.
Words.
Should have kept playing, man. We can make a video right now. You know?
I'm about to go out there and start throwing curveballs, man.
Swinging. Yo, for your son, would you?
He's not doing baseball.
No baseball.
Nah, he is. I want him in soccer and baseball.
Soccer.
I hope he never, ever wants to play football.
Yeah, no, none of that CTE.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of football, just before we move on, do you see Jason Witten? He wants back in on the Cowboys.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, I don't know, Big Blood. Like
there's another player that said if Witten comes back, I'm coming back too.
who said that?
I don't know his man. I ain't got
Yeah,
no
we ain't
facts.
got no facts, man. It don't even matter.
He said he's coming back when Witten comes back.
Damn. All right.
But
So off of Jason Witten because he's not relevant. But so moving on, there's the general manager of the Atlanta Hawks. He was talking about there's a lot of sort of talk about how the Hawks fucked up by trading away Luka for Trae Young. And Travis Schlenk, the GM, explains that he did that because he knew, or he gambled rather. So basically they traded away, just to give a little background, the Hawks had the 3rd pick in the NBA draft.
Yep.
They traded it to the 5th pick to also get Dallas's pick for this upcoming season. So they picked 5th last year, and they also get Dallas's pick this season. And the way that Travis Schlenk saw it was he was getting 2 great prospects instead of 1.
Yep.
So for him, it's like, okay, we get Trae Young this year. Trae Young is damn good. And then next year, Dallas isn't going to be very good, so it's going to be a lottery pick, and we're going to get that pick as well. And I never thought of it that way initially, I was part of the people kind of shitting on him because Luka seems to be a generational talent, man. Like
Luka's nice, yeah.
Exactly. Like that's a bad boy. He's ready, and he seems like he's gonna be out there killing for the next decade easily. But Trae Young isn't a slouch, and whenever you look at it in the sense of, okay, they have Trae Young, who's not bad at all. He's damn good himself.
He's good.
And then next year they're gonna be able to get another lottery pick. I'm feeling
well,
like
not 2, but
ultimately it's going to be 2 picks with Trae and the one that they're going to get next year. I feel like he did the right thing in terms, because ultimately you're trying to build a team, right? It's not about one superstar. You're trying to build a team of good players. And when you present it the way he did, I think he did the right thing. What do you think?
If he did the right thing by doing that, I mean, when you put it like that, I guess, he gets 2 picks for 1.
Are
man.
Are you saying Luka is just too good to
I think I would have kept Luka. But you don't know going into the season that he's gonna play that way.
But you have your projections.
I mean, you have projections and stuff
or whatever. But
how much different is a 5 and a 3 from each other? Historically, not that much.
Historically, not that much. No.
So in this case,
they were thinking if they didn't pick him at 3. Memphis was going to take him, so they were scared to lose out on him altogether.
What
Dallas was, and but what were you going to say?
So I would have kept Luka instead of the 2 for 1 gamble, because is that pick protected? Do you know?
For next year?
Yeah.
No, it's not. I think it's top 5 protected.
Top 5. So if it lands in the top 5, Dallas keeps it.
Top 5, Dallas keeps it. But the way that the standings are going, they're not going to be in the top 5s.
Yeah, they're not going to be in the top 5. Well, we don't know because there's a whole new.
Right, it's a whole new lottery system.
The top 4,
the top 4 have the same percentage to get the first pick. But it looks like Dallas is going to be out of the top 5, so therefore Atlanta will have that pick.
Yeah,
and in that case, dog,
2 for the price of 1. Unless you draft a bum,
exactly.
on some Jordan Hill, motherfucker.
Because Trae Young looks like a hit. Okay.
Trae Young is fucking good. They were comparing him to Steph
Curry. I think it's a little more Steve Nash, but I feel it. And man, I whenever he phrased it that way and presented it that way, I'm like, yo, that makes sense, bro. Like, I get it.
Yeah, no, I would have kept Luka.
And I think I would have done the same thing. Because, bro, Luka.
Go ahead.
Man, okay, you pick Luka. The next year you don't have your pick because you're out of this is the hypothetical. The next year you don't have your first round pick because you fell out the first 5. You have to convince people to come sign down there. So sure, they traded for Porzingis or whatever, but who's to say he's gonna come back?
Wait, you talking about that? You're talking about Dallas right now?
Yeah, I think they fucked up.
But they wouldn't have traded it if they didn't have Luka.
They wouldn't have traded the pick if they didn't get Luka. But that's what I'm
saying. So they would have still had a first round pick.
Repeat that.
You just said that you don't have a pick, and you have to convince people to come without Luka.
No, but with Luka, they have Luka. I'm saying moving forward, Dallas is kind of fucked.
Dallas moving forward now?
Yeah, right now.
I don't think they're fucked. I think they're in a good spot.
They're not fucked because Luka is that good. But
and they got KP.
Yeah, and they got KP, but we don't know how KP's going to come back. I'm just thinking Atlanta, they would have drafted Luka. They would have been good, but it would be a longer rebuilding process. I think if Atlanta hits on another good lottery pick right now, it expedites it because you already got John Collins out there balling. You got Trae Young balling. You get yourself a nice little other young piece, bro. You play in Atlanta. People are willing to come to Atlanta, bro. Like, ball players love Atlanta.
I don't know. I think they still would have. They would have. Like you're saying, you mean like you think they would have gone faster? I think.
Yeah, I think
whether
the
they get
process would have been quicker. Sure.
I think whether they get a good team. And this is assuming we don't know what's going to happen in free agency.
Right.
Whether they have a good team this year, next year, or the year after that, they're not going to. They're not getting past Philly with the guys that they've signed, or who they're going to sign. They're not going to get past Boston. So what's the point of rebuilding that fast when you're going to be stuck in the fourth seed?
Boston's about to fall apart.
But continue.
I think Boston's going to fall apart too. I think Kyrie's out
from before.
Yeah, I said that from Boston. Kyrie's out. I think Philly's going to fall apart too. I think you know what I think is going to happen this year? Not this year, but either KP or Ben Simmons is going to be the first player ever to reject their rookie extension. One of them two. And I think Ben Simmons is going to leave and he's going to go to like LA or some shit. LA, he's going to go to LA.
Where
his documentary comes out. Or it came out, right? Have you seen
Ben
it?
Simmons? I saw a documentary of his from college.
The college one. I mean, that one's old already.
Yeah, I saw that one.
You see how he wants the Lakers to draft him?
Yeah,
did you see it?
He did. He wanted that.
And who's his agent?
It's Clutch, my man from Clutch. Yeah,
LeBron James, baby. LeBron James.
Damn, man.
I think those are gonna be the first two teams. I mean, the first two guys
two rookies to reject it.
One of them two is gonna do it. I think.
Damn.
So I think Philly's gonna fall apart as well. But assuming that those teams stay together, you know, Jimmy, but Philly has a crazy team right now. Starting five is insane.
I think Jimmy's out of there.
I know Jimmy's out.
You know it for a fact.
I know for a fact, man. He wants to be the number one, even though I don't think he's a number one caliber player.
Nah, bro.
I think Kyrie's out. And I think the East is gonna get better players this year. Hopefully the Knicks.
What I'm saying Atlanta is attractive for free agents. Why can't a Jimmy
I don't even think
Atlanta
is attractive for free agents.
It is, bro. It is.
So why has nobody ever gone there?
Yeah, but
Who?
Dwight Howard was over there.
Dwight Howard got traded there.
Joe Johnson was over there.
Joe Johnson signed. He got traded over there from
but then
from the Nets.
He re-signed.
Who else is gonna sign you? He's already a bum. He's washed up.
Nobody wants you.
Nobody wants him.
No,
you're not Kobe Bryant, man. They got a bum. They got Dwight Howard, who was a bum. Carmelo Anthony was there. He never played a game.
Right. You gotta wait. No, because they were doing something. Hey, man, stay off Melo.
The last great player they had was the dunker. What was his name?
Josh Smith.
No. Josh
Dominique
Smith
Wilkins.
Dominique Wilkins, baby.
You wrong. You wrong. You so wrong. They've had Mutombo since.
Nah, they had Mutombo. They had They had okay players.
Were good, bro, when they were winning like 60 games with Kyle Korver and Paul Millsap or whatever. But no, I do think it could be a free agent destination if it's looking right. Like if a few pieces are there. Like I said, they're gonna have Trae Young, they're gonna have John Collins, and apparently they're gonna get hypothetically they're getting Dallas'
the 5th
draft pick. Yeah, and I think with those three and you add another one or like a veteran. That's why I say Jimmy Butler. To kind of show them how to be pros, to show them how to work, and blah, blah, blah. You got a little something there, And the East ain't...
But, the East is trash.
I do think Boston's going to be better once Kyrie's off. I don't know if you saw this stat.
Yep. 6-0.
No, they're 9-2 when he doesn't play at all.
Yeah.
They play better when... If he's playing and he goes off the court, they play horribly. And if he's on the court, obviously they play well, but they play best when he's not there at all.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if both sides.
I'm sure he looks at all of that.
Oh, for sure. All of these motherfuckers, they got so much time. They on their phones. But I my point was though, looking at what Travis Schlenk said, I might have done the same thing. If my vision is to build a team, I might have pulled the same move. I don't know though. Luka seems generational.
Yeah, Luka's a different animal, man. I think I would have kept Luka.
Don Luka. But anyway.
Yeah.
Fast forward. Talk to me about these other athletes.
Let's move on to the NFL, man, the non-fun league. With Antonio Brown's interview.
No fun league, I love it.
Yeah, man, it's bad out there. But Antonio Brown's interview with Jeff Burlington from ESPN. Him talking about
Jeffy boy.
Him talking about how
my bad.
they're not treated equally with Ben Roethlisberger. and how he feels about the whole situation, shit like that, whatever. But I agree with what he was saying about if we're in a team. What he says is that they treat Ben different than they treat the rest of the team.
The GM actually came out and said he has 52 kids under him. That I'm quoting.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, an NFL team has 53 players on the roster.
Yep.
So he says that Ben has 52 kids under him.
Yeah.
Continue, my bad.
So yeah, good. I couldn't remember what it was. That's why it's a good thing you stepped in right there. So, but yeah, that's what. And I agree with what Brown says. Like we should all be treated equal. Like when we're a team, we're a team. Even if he's the best player on the team, us 53 we're one team. We're one unit.
Absolutely.
We move as a team.
Yeah. I think it's so layered there because, as you said, Antonio Brown has been saying that the treatment isn't right. In terms, it's not fair. It's not equal in terms of the Steelers, that Big Ben gets preferential treatment. I think there's something particular about calling them kids. These are all grown-ass men.
Grown-ass man. A man calling another.
Yeah. So he's
white
talking
man.
about, exactly. This is an older white guy talking about this white quarterback. And believe me, there's race in everything. You can find it if you look for it.
Yep.
But this older white guy telling is apparently a father figure, or he has these kids under him. I think that's problematic. I think that is a testament to how the NFL is run. And I think Antonio Brown is fed up, man. He wants to go to a situation where it's not as much like that, where it might be a little bit different, or it's not at all like that. So I think that's part of him wanting out. And as I said, I've played team sports all the way to like very low college basketball. The teams that were the most successful were the teams where the coach was, I don't like the word fair, but he was just, okay? There was no preferential treatment. The guy was getting 25 points. It doesn't matter. Everyone has to be treated the same. Once your players realize that the coach has preferential treatment or treats certain players differently, that's when things fall apart. That's when there starts to be jealousy, and that's when he loses the locker room. So I understand Antonio Brown calling that out, but yeah. Hopefully he lands somewhere where he feels he's being treated better.
I think I do agree with all of that you said. I also think that that makes you think about if that's why LeVar Bell never showed up to practice or anything, right? Le'Veon. Yeah, Bell.
Word. It makes you wonder if that was part of the same issues. Like, fuck this team. We winning, but this is some bullshit.
Yeah. And then I don't think his players like them either, though, but that's a whole other thing. They raided his locker and all that shit, but that's a whole other topic.
That's a fact.
So, yeah.
They looted his locker.
They looted that shit, man. Took everything.
But, okay, moving forward. Was there anything that pissed you off? Or just made you feel any way?
Made me feel some type of way. Yeah, now, like I was saying, in May, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and your sister did a whole thing on this that everybody should go check out. Shout out Sarah.
Yeah.
But recently, 2 days ago, not 2 days ago, sorry, a few days ago, Michael Beasley from the Los Angeles Lakers tweeted, he wrote a caption on Instagram, and it reads, he says, "Honestly, I've gotten so much hate. I've grown to hate so many people since you've left. I can't seem to shake the feeling of being alone, and you don't know how bad it hurt me, mommy. I know it's selfish, but I don't like it here anymore. I'll see you soon, I promise." And that's almost like a calling that he's gonna do something to himself or hurt himself.
Be easy, Mike.
Be easy, man. And that's because he lost his mom a few months ago.
Damn.
And so I'm just saying out there that everybody should get because where we grew up in the hood, or it's frowned upon to show emotion or to speak up about anything like this. So yeah, that's my my yin or yang or whatever. And I was gonna bring that up earlier when we were talking about the discussion, the Lakers, why they're not gonna make it. There's another distraction too. Like, how does Beasley gonna handle it going forward now?
No, he got waived. I was gonna say that's part of it. He got traded to the Clippers, if I remember. Yeah, and he got waived, and then he signed in China. I think all of this is a part of the issue.
Look, and this happens a few months ago.
Yeah, man. Mental health, as you said, man, in the hood, it's like
it's frowned upon.
Yeah,
almost.
Getting that kind of help is frowned upon, both men and women. I mean, that's changing a bit now because a lot more of us are being educated, and formally educated. Excuse me.
Formally,
Our parents are educated, even those who didn't go to school. They have an education in terms of general knowledge, common sense, etc., etc. There are different forms of education, but I mean formal education. A lot more of us are getting that, and in formal education, they talk about mental health and treating yourself, taking care of yourself. So I hope Be Easy gets some help. I would hate to see him do something to himself. I had so much. I mean, it's much bigger than basketball, but he was my third favorite player for a long time.
I remember.
I was hoping that he would live up to his perceived potential, but fuck it. At this point, I just hope he can get his mind right
in a better state.
Exactly, and be there, because I'm pretty sure he has children, loved ones, and be there for himself, not just for all these other people. But yeah, that's really unfortunate. The thing that stuck out to me, that brought me joy, is I watched an interview on the Breakfast Club with Offset. He was there promoting his new album, but throughout the interview, he was basically talking about how much growth he's had. Where before he was focused on buying jewelry and cars or whatever, but now he's like, yo, I'm a married man, and I realized that I almost lost my family by the choices I was making. He got caught up in something where they were claiming a black man was cheating. I don't know. He must have bumped his head or something.
He must have bumped his head, man.
But it was just basically, it was so different from my perception, or I believe the perceived perception of the Migos, where he's really just talking about wanting his kids to be kids, to grow up as kids. His album is titled Father of Four.
Father of Four, yep.
And I haven't heard it yet, but I'll have a review for that for the next show. And yeah, I found it really beautiful to see the development of this individual. He's like, man, I was in and out of jail, and this is him speaking, quoting him. He is someone who claims that jail helped him in that it sat him down. It forced him to be introspective and figure out what was going on internally, what was wrong, what was helping him make bad decisions or whatever, and ultimately allowed him to change it. Jail helped him be accountable. With accountability, there's power, because if you realize that things are in your hands, you then realize you have the power to change them.
Yes, sir.
And I just found it beautiful, man. That whole interview. He even talks about his father, how his father left at 4 years old, and how he went through stages of being mad at him, but like now he just wants his father back in his life. He reaches out to him, and his father hit him up or no? Yeah, his father hits him up, but he'll call him from like a payphone. He's like, "Why are you calling me from a payphone? Let me give you some money. Like, I got some money for you, man. I'm not mad at you. You left. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah,
you should be proud of me. I'm successful." It just felt like a young man calling out for his dad, and it's like, again, in the hood, it's necessary, man. Boys need fathers.
Yes,
Boys
sir.
need fathers, and shout out to our fathers for being present,
for
being loving, etc., etc. I think we were very fortunate in that. But yeah, watching that interview, I felt good for him. I felt happy for him, and I'm glad he's been able to keep his family together.
Yeah,
yeah.
Shout out to him, man.
So I'm gonna this part I'm gonna edit out, but the hood gossip. So the hood whispers. You want to introduce it?
The hood whispers, yeah. Wait. I gotta get it. I gotta go get it. My name gonna hold up. Wait, I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I ain't even got I wasn't even gonna list any of the people. I was just
a lot of it got the leader off of.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't gonna list any of them though. It was just gonna be, so apparently there's a gentleman and
All right. Boom shakalaka. All right. Gotta let it load up. So we're doing one only each this week of the yin and yang bullshit.
Yeah, for me that was it.
All right. So I'm not gonna list no names. I'm just gonna list what happened, right?
Allegedly.
Here we go. So allegedly,
hood whispering.
So allegedly, here's some hood whispers.
You know the hood be talking, man. The timeline was man. Picante last night. Sazón.
Fuego. So allegedly, we have a guy who it's from our neighborhood, our area, whatever, from uptown, and he's being and he's being accused of dropping pills in women's drinks without their consent, and
ultimately date raping.
And ultimately date raping. Like he said, the accuser said that the accusee would do it. I mean, would do this and then offer them a ride home or a cab home and stuff like this.
And that's when he would do his bullshit.
Yeah, that's when he would do his dirt, allegedly. And while the whole thing was going down, it was like a split situation because her tweet, this is all on Twitter, by the way, it was a vague tweet where she accuses someone, but she doesn't say who it is, and she doesn't give any information out. So
the initial tweet was very much like, hey, there's a guy that we all know who's out there dropping pills in girls' drinks.
Yeah. And
Uptown.
And leaving it vaguely like that, people, some people were... some people took her side, as some people would do, and then other people were asking for more information, more. If you're gonna put him out, at least air his whole shit out,
right? Do that, air it all the way out. Don't a lot of people.
If this is true, she should have aired him all out.
Yeah.
So that other girls can know who he is if they see him in a club,
Other
right?
people in general.
Other people in general, yeah. Because if I see somebody doing that to my sister or my mom be clubbing still, man. If he does that to my mom, but it's a problem.
Matter, but you bugging.
but yeah. So if he does it to like a family member or just someone that I love, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah. So if she's if you're going to accuse someone of something like this, at least air the whole shit out so we know who he is and stuff like that, Now,
I'm going to come clean. If I was to see him doing that to anyone, if I was to see him doing that, period, I would call him out in that scenario. I know that that's a funny situation, but if I was to see him, if I myself saw him drop a pill in a random drink, I don't have to know that girl. I would definitely say something.
Yeah.
Because that's just not right, man. That's just not right. In terms of this, though, like you said, there were people coming at the original whistleblower saying, like, yo, say it all the way.
Yeah.
And there were people like defending her, like, no, maybe she's trying to protect herself because you don't know what the ramifications of airing this person out are. My whole take on the situation was, I feel like, okay, it's good that someone aired it out, but at the same time, I reserve... I don't want to say judgment because if you're doing this, you're a piece of shit. I don't know if this is actually factual because on the other side, there was other people claiming that the young lady who was claiming that she was drugged and date raped is someone who had a boyfriend.
Yep.
But ended up fucking this guy. And in order to cover herself, she claimed that she was date raped and etc. So... Now, I want to believe the victim. I don't know if she's actually a victim in this scenario because we've heard of people lying before, of people lying particularly about situations like this, about sex and rape and etc. Like we've heard it a million times before. So it's very hard for me to just jump out the window in the same way that I would see people online doing. Like there were a lot of people online just like, yo, off with his head.
Yeah, they were bashing him.
Yeah, and I can understand that sentiment if you know for sure that he did
it.
Maybe some of you guys
if you know for sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I can understand the sentiment if you know for sure that he did it, and maybe some of y'all do know, but from what I saw, it was speculation, and I didn't see anyone say like it happened to me. I didn't see anyone come forth necessarily. Maybe I should have done more research. I don't know, but I feel like an accusation shouldn't be enough to get you up out of here,
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't like the whole notion of that off with your head mentality.
Yeah. Right. Just as soon as someone accuses you.
Yeah, as soon as someone accuses you, like you don't even get a chance to defend yourself.
Yeah.
What happened to innocent until proven guilty?
All right. Yeah, I definitely think we can all, again, if he did this, then I would hope that, it's been reported and he's being persecuted and he faces the consequences of his actions. I'm not defending him in that sense, but I am defending the mob mentality of, someone says someone did something and automatically it's just factual and it's true. I don't live my life that way. I don't rationalize that way.
Yeah, man. Me either. We got to base everything off facts, and there have been no facts given in this situation.
We haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I don't know if they've been tweeting out.
Facts. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Well, from what I saw, there were no facts.
Right.
So
From what I saw, it was more people being like, "Oh, and he was asking me to come out the other day." It's like, yo, he's a party promoter.
He's a party promoter. Yeah, he was asking you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know if that was enough for him to be this monster. But if he's a monster, if he's been doing this, fuck him. Like.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
But if he hasn't, then fuck her.
Oh, a big
I'm gonna say that right
bro.
now.
Hell yeah. If he hasn't, then fuck her. Because, it's messy, man. It's messy.
Yeah, it's a whole messy situation.
Hey, as this plays out, we'll see. Shout out to the victim for coming out. If the alleged victim, if you are a victim, shout out to you for stepping up. If anyone has been victimized and they went to the extent of reporting it, of documenting it, I applaud you, because you could be helping other people from being victimized. You could be keeping other people from being victimized.
Yeah.
And you should be applauded for that. The mob mentality just isn't, the group think isn't for me.
Yeah, that's a funny one, man.
Yeah. I mean, not really, but
no, I mean, yeah, not really, but you know what really, I mean.
But yeah. Anyway, Will, you think that's about it, man?
Yeah, no, I think we talked our shit.
Time.
Yeah.
That was another edition of Ain't No Name Yet. Audience of one. The name matters. Keep talking shits. No fact, no problem. Will, do you promise? Do you solemnly swear to keep talking shit, brother?
Right hand to God. That's the saying. I don't know what the hell it is. So. Right hand to God, man. I'm gonna keep talking that shit,
brother. And as they say in England, hand to heart.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep talking shit. All right. That was another edition of No Facts, No Problem. Peace.
Later.
Some pussy.
Liam.